Hey guys, it's Jeff from Fresh to Luck. So we're in the final weeks of summer, but before it gets away, I wanted to squeeze in one more soup that I found to be so fitting for it. I mean, this soup is amazing to have any time of year, but there's something really special about having it during the summer. Because this soup is something that reminds me of the ocean, well, I guess because a part of it comes from the ocean, but it's a real catch. We're talking, guys, lobster bisque. And you're gonna see how incredibly easy it is, but what's even better, how unbelievable it's going to taste. The best lobster bisque you've ever had, right in the Instant Pot. So before summer runs away and we go right into the fall, let's get to making it. So what would lobster bisque be without the lobster? Yes, we're going to use about a half a pound to a pound of lobster meat, and we can get that in three ways. We can either boil two 1 1/4 pound lobsters and get the meat out, or we can get a tail from Costco like on my lobster rolls video, which I'll link here, and steam that, or you can go to some markets and get some canned lobster meat, and then just prepare it and then set it aside. And then we're going to take a shallot, nice and diced up, and about 3 strands of scallions, focusing on the firmer bottom portion with the little roots removed, chopped up and then added to our shallots. Now to our Instant Pot, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of butter or 1/8 of a stick. And then we're going to go down to saute, hit that function, and then just make sure we go to here and adjust it so we're on the high setting, and then hit start. And once our butter is melted, let's add our shallots and scallions. And stir that up for a minute. Now let's add in a tablespoon of crushed garlic. And stir that up with the shallots, scallions, and butter. And once that's cooked for a minute, we're going to add 1/4 cup of a dry white wine. And then deglaze the pan and mix everything up together. Deglazing means you're going to scrape the bottom a little bit with a spatula, so anything that might have been there before from the garlic cooking onto the pan is now gone. Alright, when it starts to simmer like that, we're going to add some Worcestershire sauce. 2 teaspoons of it, in fact. Now, this next step is optional, but if you're like me and you like a little bit of spice or a little bit of a kick in your soup, add a little bit of Tabasco sauce to it. I'm only going to add about between 1 to 2 teaspoons, and it's not going to be super strong anyway in the end when all said and done, but if you want a little bit of zest, add like a half a teaspoon. If you want a little bit more of one, add up to 2 teaspoons. It's up to you. I'm also going to add a half a teaspoon of Old Bay seasoning and 1 teaspoon of dried thyme. And mix that all up together nice and good, about another minute. And it smells great. Alright, now we're going to add 1/3 cup of sherry. And then stir it around for another minute so everything gets married together all nicely in the pot. And then let's do another quick deglaze with our spatula to make sure any remnants from before aren't sticking to the bottom of the pan. Now we'll add 1 teaspoon of paprika. Now this next step is a key element to making this lobster bisque as divine as it is. You guys know me pretty well at this point if you've been watching my videos, and we're going to be using some better than bouillon. But wait, did you know that better than bouillon makes a lobster-based flavor? I know, right? Insane. Now, they don't typically sell the lobster base at most supermarkets because I guess it's not super popular. Actually, they have like 20 to 30 flavors they make, by the way, and they're all on my essential products page on my website at pressurelookcooking.com. But this one you'll have to order pretty much through Amazon, I feel like, unless your market carries it. Mine didn't, and I live in New York City, and there's a lot around here. So I ordered it on Amazon, and I linked it in my recipe through my Amazon affiliates link if you need it. But we're going to add a tablespoon to this with 1 cup of water, more than usual because it's a lobster bisque. And let's pour that lobster base with some water in there. And then give everything a good stir. And when it starts to simmer, let's add 3/4 can of tomato paste. And stir that in there until it basically dissolves somewhat into the liquid. So we should be looking like this when we're all done. And now we're going to toss in a couple of bay leaves. And there we go, right there. And just mix them up with everything else. Very good. Now we're going to secure our lid and we're going to cook. Put our lid on top. We're already going to be in sealing position with the Ultra. Now we're going to come down here, we're going to hit cancel, and we're going to go up to pressure cook. And we're just going to cook this one, guys, for only literally 2 minutes. That's all it's going to take, 2 minutes. Start it up. You're also going to notice that this is going to come to pressure probably the quickest of anything else you've ever cooked. Literally within about 15 to 30 seconds of you putting the lid on, that's going to pop on up. Because of the way that the base that we created in there has been concocted, that's why it does it that way. We're all set, super quick. Now follow with a quick release. Pin dropped, lid comes off, and that's looking absolutely fantastic. Let's just carefully remove our bay leaves out of there and discard them. And then quickly just give everything kind of a little bit of a stir in there. You'll see nothing really stuck at all to the bottom of the pan. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put this on saute. All right, let's go down to saute. Excellent. So for the temperature setting, I'm gonna make this one medium. Perfect, and hit start. I'm gonna add in 3 tablespoons of salted butter, and then immediately stir that up with our base. And there we go. Once our butter is nice and blended in with our base, we're going to add 2 cups of heavy cream, or a pint. And give that all a really nice stir and let that simmer for a few minutes. This is really what's going to make everything come together. And there we go. Our lobster bisque is starting to look a lot like a lobster bisque now, isn't it? And let's just toss our lobster meat right inside of the rest of our soup and give it a stir. And there we go, guys. Just bring this to a very light simmer and we're going to be ready to serve. I told you this was crazy, crazy easy. Look at this beautiful lobster bisque, the perfect creamy consistency. Now when it starts to bubble like this, we're ready to serve. So let's just hit this so it's keeping on warm setting and not sauteing anymore. Down to warm, hit that and just hit start. And I'm gonna serve some of this beautiful lobster bisque up right into a bowl. Oh yeah. And there we go. Time to eat this delicious bisque up. And you could feel free to sprinkle some oyster crackers on top too if you'd like. My turn to try it out now, guys. Oh, look at this. Look at all this lobster. Oh, wow. This is a premium soup. Oh, wow. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. That classic lobster bisque broth coupled with the lobster meat and maybe even a couple of these oyster crackers. It's like the best polyamorous marriage I've ever heard of in my entire life. The Tabasco sauce gives it some zest. If you don't like spicy, just don't put the Tabasco sauce in there, or just add a couple of dashes instead of 2 teaspoons. But this is just really an unbelievable, next level soup. It's to die for. It's one of the quickest soups you'll ever make in your Instant Pot, or anywhere for that matter. I've never seen anything in my life come to pressure as quickly as it did in the Instant Pot. Unbelievable. Oh my God. Absolute heaven in a bowl. Guys, if you like these videos, if you want a whole slew of recipes to pick from, go to PressureLoveCooking.com. I also have blog posts in there. I have a whole bunch of stuff there that you don't want to miss, and it's so easy to find any recipe you want. You like meat, just look under the meat tab under recipes. You want seafood, just look under the seafood tab. I have it all. And also, if you want some social media action in your lives, I have Pinterest. You can pin any recipe or from any photo from my webpage. Go to any pinning board you want and have at it. Pin the tail on the Jeffrey. Or go to Facebook, facebook.com/PressureLoveCooking. I have tons of content there, probably the most of anything there. So follow and like the page. I'll give you some live videos once a week as well. And I'm telling you, here and now, it's okay if summer ends, because there'll always be a lobster bisque.